Baby, tú me encantas, encantas. Yo no sé cómo explicar, solo sé que me encantas, encantas.
Greetings. I am Legacy Moon, and this is True Crime and Mysteries. Welcome back, current subscribers. Welcome back to those of you who have been here before, and welcome to those of you here for the very first time. I hope everyone is having a good weekend and practicing at least one day of self-love and self-care. Usually I try to do it 2 Sundays a month where it's just all about me. Sometimes I do it more, but I just like to take like one day where it's just about me and I do whatever leisurely thing that I enjoy doing. So I hope that you are all doing the same. So I went on over late last night. Someone sent me a message and asked me, was I watching the live that the lady did, the infamous lady. And I wasn't. I didn't know that she had done a live. And so I said, I would check it out. Well, here's what happened. She first starts off with a phone call that she played between Sonia and Nesto. And Sonia was telling Nesto about, doing an interview and how, I guess they're going to do this Nesto thing again, I guess. And, Sonia was laying the ground rules down. She was telling Nesto what he needs to say pretty much. And she was telling him, they're not going to entertain questions from the peanut gallery, which I'm assuming that would be the chat. And he was just going to tell his story and get his point out. So she's coaching him on what he's going to be saying and doing. And in addition to that, I guess she had already called the lady and told her what was and wasn't going to happen during her live. Here again, letting someone else control what goes on her channel instead of her controlling it herself. So now you've got her mods telling her what to do and how to run her channel. And then she's got Sonia telling her what to do and how to run her channel. But anyway, Sonia then goes on to talk about the court system and how many black people are in jail and versus the black people who work in the district attorney's office, and how putting innocent people in jail is destroying the black family because half of these men didn't commit the crimes that you say they committed, and they're therefore sitting in jail, and that's breaking down the black family. Sonia, you have broken down the black family as well by being a side piece, by isolating this man from all of his friends, talking about his sons, talking about his other children. No, you have broken down the black family. And she will be the first to say and to talk about black women are bitter and black women are this, black women are that. Hey, you, black woman, I know you think that you're Caucasian, but you're not. You're black. To me, anybody, if you, say for example, she did have white in her, you present as black. So it doesn't matter. Even if say your mother was white, you still present as black. So for you to be walking around here with this attitude about black women and you having to be the worst of them all is just totally ridiculous to me. So after a while, I got tired of the rhetoric. So I went because after the call, Sylvia was going to talk about Nesto's RICO case and take some questions and answers. Now, she said, Nesto knew all along that they were looking at him for a RICO, and she plays a clip from one of his hearings. And okay, I had said too that he's known this shouldn't be a surprise. He knew they were looking at him for RICO because there was a call in phone calls from prison in the Patreon where he was talking to Dion, and he was upset about some papers he had gotten, and he was talking about how they're using big words, trying to confuse him about what's going on with his case. He said that, not me. And he said they're trying to charge me with a RICO. So this was, and I don't even know how, I can't remember off the top of my head how many months ago this was. But even besides that point, way back when Erica went to her bond hearing, Majeski said that they were going to be looking at the case for a RICO. Now, it's finally gotten here, but it's not new information. So yeah, he did suspect they would look at him for RICO. I did. So did a lot of other people, simply because we heard Kevin Majeski say it. And, I've heard Nesto say it. So him being charged was not a surprise. And this is what she was telling us. So she plays this court date and she starts answering, questions. First of all, I got to tell you this. This cracked me up. She was going through and somebody has a picture. And it's that picture that she took with Sonia. I think Sonia's hair might have a little purple tint to it or something. And they're outside. I don't know where they're at, but they took this picture together. Somebody had that as their thumbnail. Now, I don't know who that was. And if I did see the name, in fact, I did see it, but I didn't, try to make note of it because I don't intend to call them out or anything like that. But, she didn't like that. She did not like that at all. She said that was weird. And she blocked that person, and she did it herself. She blocked him from her channel and, kicked him out the chat because she just said that was too weird. Well, child, you should see the other pictures I done seen about you and the screen names. You thought that freaked you out? There's more. Now let me get to the part. I don't understand how someone can hold themselves out to be a court blogger and they don't know the simplest things. This court blogger who has all these connections in the courthouse, the same courthouse where she was covering the YSL, Young Thug, Little Lucci, whoever, I don't know the people, but she was covering that. And they went in there and arrested her behind because she had a warrant. And the fact that she thought she could sashay in there, and she knew she had a warrant. She can say she didn't all she wants. But yeah, that woman, that court blogger, and the same court blogger that when she went to her bond hearing, the attorney says, you know how they give your history, your criminal history, your job and all that. He referred to her as a courtroom journalist. Child, why are you sitting up there lying? Because she is not a courtroom journalist. But anyway, I say all that to say this. You would think by her being interested in her channel being about, fighting for the criminals, the injustices that are done to people who need justice, you would think she would just know the little things about the law. This woman sat up there on her live, okay, and said that Shirley could be charged for bigamy too, because anytime you marry someone that's been married, you could be charged for bigamy too. She said, at least that's what I think. Wait a minute. If I marry somebody, that makes no sense. And then she had the nerve to further go on and say it was Shirley's responsibility to find out whether or not he was divorced. I'm here to tell you, I said it yesterday and I'll say it again today. It would never occur to me that someone, and I am a public figure, is trying to marry me and they're already married to somebody. It would never occur to me. But, according to her, Shirley, she's probably going to turn state's evidence so that they won't press the charges against her. This is what this woman is sitting over there saying. Okay. So, no, you're wrong. But anyway, she said it's the woman's responsibility to check to see if her husband is married, because she knows when she went and applied for her license, she said that she had to show papers and stuff that she was divorced. Well, not everybody does that. I know when I got married, the person I married, they said they were divorced, and that was that. They didn't ask for papers or anything. So, I mean, if he was a liar about that, that would be on him. I mean, am I going to go and say, well, let me see the divorce papers? I mean, that's just crazy. But yeah. So for all you ladies out there, in case you did not know, it is your responsibility to make sure that your husband is not already married. Now, I will tell you, if ever I am engaged again, get married again, I probably will, after this happened, I probably will check, because you just learn something new every day. But to make it sound like Shirley committed a crime is crazy. It is so crazy. Now, she claims that the reason why Nesto wanted to speak out is, she says sometimes you just get sick and tired of being sick and tired, and he wanted to speak. And someone said to her, well, I mean, did you advise him that he should only speak to his attorney? I almost did it again. I almost said attorney. Anyway, she was like, yeah, but he just wants to get it out. He's held it in for 2 years. Why can't he get it out when he goes to trial? So I can bet you anything that he is now going to demand a speedy trial on all of these things. I know he is, because, he was wanting a speedy trial back before he was even indicted on everything. He also, him and Sonia were going to get the Innocence Project involved. But, you can't, the Innocence Project only helps people who have been convicted, wrongfully convicted at that. So, he's held it in all this time. He might as well continue to hold it in. His day in court is coming. At the end of the day, I think it's all caving in on him. And I think that that's what the problem is. And that's why he so desperately wants to speak. Now, I'm going to save that for another video. I will say that I think the walls are, kind of closing in on him. And that's why he's kind of a little bit manic. And honestly, I'm still trying to figure Sonia out. I mean, is she really trying to? She lies so much and makes up so much. Is she really trying to help him? I know she's not the ops, because she's too dumb to even be the ops. But I'm trying to figure out, is she really and truly trying to help him? Does she really and truly think that he is innocent, and just everybody's lying? All of the victims who have come out, his children, everybody's lying on her. And that thing with the computer, I mean, it seems like it just keeps growing legs. It keeps getting bigger and bigger. She turned it into a used computer that Nesto in the beginning claimed only went to work and sat on the kitchen counter, to, oh, it stays at work, people at work use it, to Sonia making a comment on you right on YouTube saying that it was a computer that was in a used police car that he bought. I mean, we can't even keep the stories we are making up. We can't keep them the same. She is a horrible script writer. And whoever wrote the lines for these last 2 episodes that she starred in, they did a terrible job. Just terrible. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it was a call. There was a call released this week, where it looked like, I'm not going to kid you, it really looked like, how Jermaine Jackson has that, where it looks like he spray painted the sides of his head and things like that. I swear, if you haven't seen it, go look at it, because that is exactly what it looked like. It looked like she had spray painted her edges and everything on. It was horrible. So if you haven't seen that, you have to check that out. But I'm telling you, bad script writing, bad makeup artists, the whole production is just bad. And the last thing I'm going to say is, if this woman doesn't stop her victim whining, she just needs to stop it. All sides of the story needs to be told. And because she walked away from the other people, she's harassed and bullied and all this kind of stuff. Now, she didn't say all of those things. She said some things, but not all of those things. I'm saying that. And she's just full of it. She's full of shit. She decided to, and I don't even look at it at about sides, because to me, it's not sides. Because whether they find him guilty or innocent, it's not going to affect me one way or the other. Now, I feel sorry for any victims if that does happen. But other than that, I don't care. This is just pure entertainment. And she's part of the cast now. And if she doesn't like the heat, she should just stay out of the kitchen and stick to YSL, which is why I don't know why she doesn't do that, because it seems like she always has a lot of people in there and she gets a lot of views from that. Oh, wait a minute. She also said that she doesn't get super chats or anything anymore since she broke up from the other group of people. Since she chose a different route, she doesn't get super chats and all of those things anymore. That's what she said. I didn't take notes on this one, so that's why I'm all over the place. But, just when I get ready to end the video, and another thing comes to mind. But that's it right now. I've got something that I am working on. There was more to Sonia's call, but I did not want to. Like I said, I was tired of the rhetoric, and there's something that I want to check out. And I'm going to put a video together once I get all my ducks in a row and facts in order, that I'll be, and it'll refer back to the call that Sylvia played. And I'm sure that this is, a call that Sonia gave to Sylvia, or however they're doing it. But anyway, that is it for me. I think I've covered just about everything. So yeah, I don't know how many videos I'm going to upload tonight. I have 4 done already. I might put all 4 up, and then again, I might not. But anyhow, you got the story.